Hey guys, welcome back to my Java tutorial series. Today we are going to be starting methods. And methods are an important concept throughout all programming languages. That's because they are a function, and method and function will be used interchangeably by me and I think by most every programmer. And that's because a method is just something that performs a series of tasks, just like a function. Now, I'm going to start with this main method, and that's because it is the most important method that you will learn about in Java. That is because a program may only have one of them. Why? Well, there can only be one because this is what the compiler starts with whenever it starts to run your program. This is the first thing that it sees, and then everything else after that is processed later at some other time designated by you, the programmer. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can learn about other methods, the more numerous types of methods, which just general functions. So I'm going to start by making a method and spelling this right. And I'm just going to call it public void example method. Let's capitalize the second word so we can actually tell that there's two words. All right. There we go. That's a method. Well, not quite. I needed to do something. I'll just print out. This is a method. All right, now it's a complete method. But what exactly did I do? Well, to make a method, you need to give it an access specifier. And you can do either public, private, or protected. Public means that all classes in your project can access this method. Private means that only this class can access the method. And protected is a little it's a little different. It's kind of the midpoint between public and private. Not every class can use it. However, related classes can use it. I know that's confusing, and I can find a good link that I can put in the description below to kind of describe that a little better. But it's just because we're not going to be using it that I'm not really going to explain it. All right, so next we need the return type. And a return type is just what kind of value will this method return. And to return something, you literally just type return and then whatever your value is. But we don't have, it's void, so there is no return. And then you need the identifier or the name. I'm just going to call it example method. And then you could have something in these parentheses here, and that would just be your parameter or argument. Now see how this main method has a parameter? That's just its default thing. Not all methods need one. So if I wanted to give this one, I could just make it do a string str or whatever. And then if I did that, I would probably want to return str and end that with a semicolon. If I wanted to get real fancy, I could just say that str equals, this is a method, and then I would actually need to return type string because I'm actually returning something. Now if I wanted to call this method or use it, I would just do the name. Don't know why I made quotes. The name example method. And then it has a parameter, so I need to take care of that. Let's put this up here and get rid of that there. Fix the error. We'll learn about static later. And voila, we have used this method successfully. This is a method. All right, now I'm going to break down calling a method to you guys. Now, when you call a method, you must have these 3 items. You need to have the object that you want to use, the name of the method you want to use, and a pair of parentheses containing your parameter or argument. So here I have the object. For the print line method, I'm going to go over that. Here I have the object, which is just the system. That's your computer. Out is a modifier of the system. Not all methods will have this. You could just have, it could just be object.method, and then parameter, and that could be a correct call. However, this system is a little special because you need to specify the input-output stream, and we're outputting this to the console. And then you have the name of your method, and its parameter is just as a string, or it just prints whatever, really. And I went and got a little fancy here because the parameter of this print line method is another method. And if you are printing another method, it needs to have a return, because then you're actually doing something. Then you have something to print. So that concludes today's lesson on Introduction to Methods. Thank you all very much for watching. And remember to like and subscribe if you found anything useful. Leave a comment if you're confused, or if you have some sort of feedback for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you later, guys.